This may be an L take.
What you finna say?
This may be an L take, and I apologize in advance. But I couldn't see how niggas got into PewDiePie. I'm sorry.
When I looked into him,
I'll be honest. That might be an L take though.
So recently, Kai just got done with his Batman Arkham City games marathon. And I thought it was actually pretty cool to see somebody play those games for the first time and experience that. And I actually thought it was a pretty cool live stream, even though he didn't play it all on hard. But, you know, we ain't gonna talk about it. But there was a moment on stream where one of the OGs of YouTube's, the pioneers as everybody call them, PewDiePie, was actually brought up. And so Kai ended up giving his opinion, and this is basically what he said.
This may be an L take. What you finna say? This may be an L take, and I apologize in advance. But I couldn't see how niggas got into PewDiePie. I'm sorry.
Alright, so that's what he said. Now let's try to grab our torches and pitchforks and let's get them. Hold on, KOD, can we actually like watch the full clip? Wait, what do you mean? There's more?
For some reason, I couldn't see it. But he'll go though. He ran up 100 mil subs. Dolo. In front of a screen. Think about that.
You don't say. So you're telling me people like Beerbuck, Dexterio can press the clip all the way up until it just seemed like Kai was just, oh, I don't know how PewDiePie got all those subs. I never liked him. But literally later in the clip, you can literally see Kai, him showing him love, giving him his full respect. I'm gonna get into in a second how the people are reacting, but I'm gonna kind of touch on it right now. People were trying to say that, oh, Kai is disrespecting the OGs and stuff like that. But he quite literally gave respect to him right after he said that. A lot of these bigger Twitter pages like Drama Alert, Dexterio, Fearbuck, all those other type of people, they like to paint this narrative on Kai and try to make him seem like he's just this annoying kid who just got fame out of nowhere, all this other type of stuff. But let's kind of break this stuff down. So the moral of this video I kind of want to show you guys is that a lot of the Kai hate is very forced and very weird. And his comment on PewDiePie basically sparked a lot of criticism of people basically saying, why are you disrespecting the OG of YouTube? Like, he basically is the pioneer of YouTube, all this other type of stuff, even though there were more YouTubers out there. I can probably give you about 5 YouTubers that were not on his level, but just as big, that actually helped shape YouTube, but we ain't gonna talk about it. And somehow people bring Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and all this other type of people into the conversation when it was just PewDiePie. I don't know, bro. People just like to just do weird stuff when it comes to Kai's name. I don't know what it is. And another thing people are trying to say is that, oh, I don't know how people watch Kai and all this other type of stuff. Let me put this into perspective. So you know how Kai was just basically like, oh, he doesn't understand, you know, how people got into him. You know, he tried to get into him multiple times. He tried to give PewDiePie a try. You know, he was watching his videos, actually probably subscribed to him, but he just couldn't get into it. Wasn't his cup of tea. That's basically what he's saying. And a lot of those people are trying to be like, I don't know why people watch Kai and all this other type of stuff. You're not his cup of tea, and that's okay. That's because we are all made different. We all have different tastes. That's literally being a human. And so another thing I want to bring up is Kai's position in life. When you hit a position of Kai Cenat's status in life, basically celebrity status, you have such a privilege and you have such an opportunity that no one ever gets to touch in their lives. Like, rather if that's financial or the type of connections that you have. And he also shows a lot of the fruits of his labor on stream also. You know, he shows he has a personal chef, he has the big house, the 3 cars, the lamb truck, all this other type of stuff. And when you're so comfortable with showing that type of stuff on stream, when you're faced with the public, or if you have an opinion or you want to make a big move or all this other type of stuff, you are going to get criticized if it is not perfect. So Kai ended his Mafiathon 2 and he gave 40% of his earnings of the Mafiathon 2 to build a school in Nigeria. And there were some people actually trying to pester him. There's people trying to degrade him, basically saying that, hey, you're cheap, why aren't you giving more money to them and all this other type of stuff, you're already rich and stuff like that. What other streamer do you actually see trying to put some of their money into building a school? You don't see a lot of people trying to do that. A lot of the time some creators be giving like what, 25, 15%, barely anything to possibly to like a charity or a fund or a fundraising, you know, whatever. But I feel like it's very generous for him to at least give 40% when some people aren't even giving that much. And let's also bring this other thing up. This is kind of a smaller situation, but Kai had this robot for about an X amount of money. I think it was about like what, over the 10,000s. I don't know, I kind of forgot. And basically the robot is basically built for physical activity, is built good for experimenting and all this other type of stuff. And literally in the ad of the robot, you can see the creator of the robot or a tester of the robot punching the robot, you know, testing his balance and all this other type of stuff. And so when Kai and Phantom gets on stream, you know, playfully pushes around the robot, it's an inanimate object, by the way, people gave him hate for him and people were calling him a bully and all this other type of stuff. Mind you, people really wasn't worried about Phantom. They were looking at Kai. They were looking at Kai being like, oh, Kai is just this big bully, all this other type of stuff. I feel like if Kai doesn't do something 100% perfect, because he's not the picture perfect person to get the fame and the fortune. So you know how everybody is jumping out of their socks to defend PewDiePie. He's the godfather of YouTube, and who watches you, Kai? You're corny, you're made for kids, all this other type of stuff. But PewDiePie was putting on dresses, spitting and throwing up everywhere, all this other type of stuff for content. But Kai gets on stream and yells and screams, brings a few girls online, plays a video game marathon, brings his homeboys on stream to chill, does all this other type of stuff. Oh, he's corny, who watches him? All he does is yell and scream, as if PewDiePie back then wasn't yelling and screaming. Yeah, I was watching PewDiePie too. So we gonna try to say that Kai is corny, all this other type of stuff, but PewDiePie was doing the same thing, if not worse, minus like the girl content and the group content. I guess you could say he did group content sometimes when he was with Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Bob, Wade. Yeah, I told you I was in there back then, bro. Y'all didn't even know that. So I guess you could say that he did some group content, but a lot of the stuff that PewDiePie did in the past, Kai is doing it now, and Kai is being called corny for it. Now that's not me saying PewDiePie didn't get hate for it, but we're just trying to act like PewDiePie does no wrong and all this other type of stuff, and he's the godfather. You're cringe, Kai. I just feel like a lot of it is forced and corny and weird. One more thing before I say I love PewDiePie. I actually mess with him. I also think it's cool that people really came to jump to your, jump to your defense when your name is dragged through the mud and all this other type of stuff. And then you got YouTubers like Optimus. I don't even like dropping names on my channel. You got YouTubers like him talking about Kai Cenat can't say this. Kai Cenat, he can't have, this is a L take by Kai Cenat. It's like, dude, are we for real? As if Kai didn't show him love. He said PewDiePie did this solo dolo. He had 100 mil solo dolo.
For some reason, I couldn't see it. But he'll go though. He ran up 100 mil subs. Dolo. In front of a screen.
I feel like it's just really weird because Kai's doing a lot for his community and he's giving a lot of people platform, and everybody he's still getting hate for it. He's still getting called corny for it. Subscribe. Tell me what you think down in the comments on what I said. If you agree, if you don't, tell me why you don't. Love you. Get out.